This is O Shopping, your number one home shopping network, making life easy, affordable, and worth shopping for.
Are you tired of window leaks because you didn't get your window sealed? Do you suffer from failed window seal application? Naku, napakalaking problema niyan. Especially that window leakage are very hard to detect. Right now, there is no tester available on the consumer market that will tell you conclusively if your seals have failed.
But worry no more. We've got what you're looking for. Now your problems can be solved thanks to Sikasil Sealant products, which are widely available at O Shopping, your number one home shopping network in the Philippines, making life easy, affordable, and worth shopping for.
Good day, O Shoppers! I am Paula May Abor, your own shopping host, and I assure you, hindi ka na mag-aalala pa about leaking windows. Here are 5 sealant products for our dearest O Shoppers. We have Sikasil 390S Epoxy Chemical Mortar, Seal It Right 168 General Purpose Clear Sealant, 795 Structural Glazing Sealant, Silicone Weatherproofing Sealant MF898 in black, and of course, Silicone Weatherproofing Sealant 305 in gray. With the availability of different sealant types, hindi maiwasan ng mga O-shoppers ang ma-confuse kung alin nga ba talagang product ang dapat gamitin for certain uses.
Totoo yan, Miss Paula, kaya naman mahalaga na malaman natin kung anong type ang bagay para sa ating mga O-shoppers. Applying the wrong type of sealants and adhesives can be such a mess nga naman, at lalo pang sayang sa resources if we bought products without even knowing para saan, paano gamitin, at papaano ang tamang pag-apply. Our dearest O-shoppers can save up to thousands. Imagine that, they can save up to thousands with the right information about our products. I am Miss Angel Alcoreza, your O-shopping host, and here is Mr. Kenneth Valera and Miss Lorene Guico to explain to us which type is best para sa ating mga needs.
Today, we are going to talk about the types and uses of certain Sikasil products. First, we have Sikasil Epoxy Chemical Mortar 390S, which is characterized by a really good process ability and excellent adhesion properties on diverse substrates. The assortment includes silicone, acrylate, and hybrid products. Perfect to para sa mga long-lasting renovations ng joints. Nakakapag-close din siya ng cracks sa masonry and the optical repairing of chips and breaks in facades in masonry. Isa pa, it can also close drill holes that have burst, as well as downpipes, railings, lamps, and cable connections. Talaga nga namang napakaganda nitong product nating Sikasil Epoxy Chemical Mortar 390S. This is the universal all-rounder for the highest requirements.
Yes, partner, Sikasil has unique competence in developing and manufacturing injection mortars, at itong mortar na to ay talaga namang high quality, proven and tested in chemical fixing solutions for a specific application. Hindi magpapatalo ang Sikasil dyan. Sikasil offers special mortars for filling holes and gaps in concrete and concrete-like surfaces, for repairing broken corners and edges, and for filling cracked anchor holes. You can buy these for only 1,499 with one cartridge na, at meron pang dalawang free nozzles.
Alright, at hindi lang yon, is pang breakthrough ng product Sikasil ang Seal It Right 168 General Purpose Clear Sealant. A general purpose, high performance, moisture, pure sealant na pwedeng gamitin to seal a wide range of construction materials. Itong type naman ito ay bagay para sa mga glass windows, glass railings, dahil ito ay clear in form, transparent, elastic at waterproof. Hindi ka na problema sa leakage dahil ang sealant na ito ay napaka-durable, high performance at easy to apply. With an O-shopping price of only 999 pesos, kasama ng isang caulking gun, kaya naman sobrang sulit at affordable. Yes, you heard it right, it's 999 pesos.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Another thing is that this product is Ketoxine Pure Sealant, which means it does not emit odors associated with oxytocin pure sealant. Walang mabahong amoy at hindi toxic at harmful, and it's virtually non-corrosive to metal. Its unique feature of silicone rubber such as superior high and low temperature resistance and water resistance. Napakaganda ng product, safe at matibay pa.
Ayan, naku, maraming salamat sa ating mga experts, Mr. Valera and Miss Guico. I totally agree with you guys na ang Sikasil products ay napaka-safe, durable, high quality, high performance, at napaka-affordable pa. 1,499 pesos para sa ating Cikasil Epoxy Chemical Mortar 390S with 1 cartridge at 2 nozzles na yan. 999 pesos naman para sa ating Cikasil 168 General Purpose Clear Sealant na may kasama ng caulking gun. O diba, napakaganda ng offers para sa ating mga dearest O-shoppers.
Yes, this brand is famous hindi lang dito sa Philippines but in other countries as well. Talagang kilala ito para sa magandang performance na kanila ino-offer. Well, in fact, maraming kababayan natin ang magpapatunay ng tibay at galing nitong mga product na ito.
Dati ay suffer from window leakages. Yung tipong pati pagtulog ko ay disturb na dahil tumatagi sa kwarto ang rainwater from outside. Meron ding mga times na hindi ko na namamalayan na nagigising ako basa na ang sahig ko dahil sa mga leaks. At ang tumagal ay naging distorted na ang itsura ng glass window ko. Hanggang sa mahirap na siyang buksan.
Not until I discovered Cikasil Sealant and Adhesives. Itong mga products ng Cikasil ay isang napakagandang solusyon sa matagal ko ng problema. Ito ay napakasulit, hindi gaano mabigat sa bulsa, at madaling i-apply. Maganda yung may kasama na siya instructions na madaling sundan at maintindihan ng mga customer katulad ko. Ngayon, kahit rainy days na panahon ng tagulan, ay patatag na ang room ko dahil meron akong Cikasil, the number 1 all-around seal in the Philippines.
Grabe talaga itong Cikasil Sealant and Adhesive products natin. However, hindi lang yon. Meron pa tayong 3 best-selling products that comes in a package.
Yes, you heard it right. Nakapackage nga ang ating best-selling products for our mid-year sale ngayong June 6, 2021 until June 31. O diba, napakasulit, napakaswerte ng ating mga O-shoppers.
Sulit package comes with not 1, not 2, but 3 best items of Cikasil Sealant and Adhesive products. Now comes with an O-shopping price of 2,199 pesos. Grabe talaga! For that price, 3 agad na Cikasil Sealant and Adhesive products ang maa-avail mo. Iba talaga ang Cikasil products ang mag-offer, kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Get yours for only 2,199 pesos and call 0288009000. Talking about Sulit package, we have here Mr. Carl Armonicar, a specialist, to explain ang tungkol sa 3 Sulit package products na ito, which are 795 Structural Glazing Sealant, Silicone Weatherproofing Sealant MF898 in black, and of course, Silicone Weatherproofing Sealant 305 in gray.
Wow! Grabe pare! Thank you Mr. Yap. At ito na nga ang pinakahihintay ng lahat, ang ating Sulit package. Not just 1, not 2, but 3 top-selling products of Cikasil. At nangunguna na nga riyan, ang 795 Structural Glazing Sealant, which is 1 component. Neutral curing silicone sealant na intended para sa mga structural bonding glass, metals, and other materials. At ito pa ay may medium modulus structural sealant na may excellent adhesion properties para sa napakalawak na range ng mga materials. At kung hindi nyo na itatanong, this product has been tested and passed the ASTM C1184 Structural Sealants Specifications at may 50% movement capability in accordance to the ASTM C719 test.
Impressive talaga, Mr. Carl. At syempre, sa pangalawang product sa ating mid-year sale Sulit package ay isang Silicone Weatherproofing Sealant MF898 in black, which is 1 component, neutral cured, high elastic, and medium modulus sealant. Special for sealing all kinds of curtain walls. Lalo na kung kulay black ang framing ng ating mga windows. Itong product naman na ito ay tamang-tamang prevention o protection sa iba't ibang leakage, lalo na dala ng ating weather. Ito nga siguro ang product na ginamit ng ating customer sa kanyang windows, kaya ngayon ay hindi na nag-leak ang kanyang windows.
Ayun na nga Mr. Royal. Talaga pang napaka-high quality at high performance ng ating mga products na ito. At last but not the least, ay ang pangatlong product ng ating special offers. Ito ay ang Silicone Waterproofing Sealants 305 in gray naman. Same lang naman siya sa ating pangalawang product. Pero, pinagkaiba lang ay ang kulay nito. Ang kulay? Gray nga pare. At perfect ito para sa mga steel at aluminum framings ng ating mga bintana.
Wish mo ba na matuto paano mag-apply ng sealants? Tamang-tama! Dahil sa video na ito, ipapakita ang tamang pag-apply ng sealants para sa iyong tumatagas na bintana. Siyempre, bago ka gumawa, bumili ka muna ng mga kailangang materyales. You need the right materials para naman matama ang buhay mo. Yung bintana mo. Ngayon, kapag nakabili ka na, ay i-prepare ang area. Linisin kung linisin. As what you can see in the video, may kita na gumagamit siya ng isang sealant gun para mas mapadali ang pag-apply. At syempre, maganda ang pag-apply kung sa sulit package ang gagamitin mo. Makikita nyo rin na may inihahanda siyang sealant smoothing tool. From the word itself, smoothing, dahil medyo kalat-kalat nang mailagay ang sealants sa desired area, ay kailangan itong mapay-smooth. Maaari ba namang gamitin ang iyong daliri? Pudpud nga lang. Basta, ang importante, mahalaga. Maisil ang maayos at walang nakasilip na butas. Yun lang, patuyuin, then tapos na.
Napakagaling, hindi ba? Napakaswerte talaga nating mga O-shoppers. And if you call now, our sealed package will be available not for its original price of 2,199 pesos, but for 1,099 pesos na lang. Kaya call now, 0288-009,000. Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Our sealed package awaits you.
Yes, napakaswerte talaga ng ating first 3 customers dahil meron silang free application, meaning magpapadala ang Sikasil ng isang representative upang tulungan ng ating mga customers na i-apply ang kanilang mga produkto. O, di ba? Kung ako yan, itadial ko na ang 0288009000. Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Our sulit package awaits you. This is O Shopping, your #1 home shopping network, making life easy, affordable, and worth shopping for. Good day, everyone. This is Group 3, and we are here to present Adhesives and Sealants, presented by Aber, Alcoreza, Alfar, Almonicar, Guico, Hoyer, and Valera.
Adhesives and sealants. Adhesive, also known as glue, cement, mucilage, or paste, is any non-metallic substance applied to one or both surfaces of two separate items that binds them together and resists their separation. Construction adhesive is high strength and water and weather resistant. It helps bond common materials found in construction, renovations, and home projects. Construction adhesive is popular because it works with a variety of materials, such as foam, board, plywood, and fiberglass. On the other hand, sealants are used in construction to prevent fluids and other substances from passing through material surfaces, joints, or opening. They can also prevent passage of air, sound, dust, insects, and so on, as well as acting as fire-stopping component. They are typically used to close openings between spaces that are too small for other materials such as concrete, timber, or mortar to be used. They have a wide range of properties in terms of strength, flexibility, appearance, permanence, solubility, corrosion resistance, and so on. Types of glue. Animal glue. Available in either solid or liquid form, solid glue is melted and applied hot. It is slow setting and allows time for adjustment to the glue joint. Animal glue has excellent bonding properties with wood, leather, paper, or cloth, developing up to 12,000 psi in shear. It has moderate resistance to heat and good resistance to cold, but poor resistance to weather. It cures by air drying at room temperature. Blood aluminum glue. A special animal glue made for use particularly with leather and paper. It has only very moderate bonding power with wood. It is usually sold as a dry powder, which is mixed with water. It has fair resistance to both heat and cold, but poor resistance to water. Will dry from 150 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Casein glue, made from protein materials, is a dry powder to be mixed with water. It has good bonding powder for wood-to-wood or paper-to-wood application, and will develop full strength of wood in most situations. Casing glue has good dry heat resistance and moderate resistance to cold. It has moderate resistance to water, but does not perform well when subjected to high humidity or wetting. It is subject to attack from molds, fungi, and other wood organisms. Will dry to as low as 35 degrees Fahrenheit with moderate pressure. Starch and dextrin glues. Available in both dry and liquid state. The dry glue being mixed with water. They have good bond with paper or leather and fair bond with wood. But strength does not compare with those of animal or casein glues. They have fair resistance to heat and cold but poor resistance to water. They dry at room temperature. Asphalt cements are thermoplastic materials made from asphalt emulsions or asphalt calc-blocks. They have a good bond to paper and concrete and are used mainly for roofing applications for laminating layers of wood fiberboard. They have relatively poor resistance to heat but good resistance to cold and good water resistance.
Cellulose cements are thermoplastic in nature and have good bond to wood, paper, leather, or glass, developing up to 400 psi in shear. With wood, they have moderate resistance to both heat and cold and good resistance to water. A common solvent is ethyl acetate. Cellulose cement cures by air drying and setting. Chlorinated rubber adhesive is usually a liquid. It has good bond for paper and fair bond with wood, metal, or glass. Strength does not compare with animal or case-in glues. It has moderate resistance to heat, cold, and water but poor resistance to creep. It cures by drying at room temperature. The usual solvent is ketone. Natural rubber adhesives are usually latex emulsions or dissolved crepe rubber. They have a good bond with rubber or leather and fair bond with wood, ceramics, or glass, developing strengths of about 350 psi in tension with wood. They have fair resistance to heat and cold, good resistance to water, but poor resistance to creep. Room temperature is sufficient for drying. Neoprene rubber adhesives are essentially thermoplastic in nature, though they may have some thermosetting characteristics. They have excellent bond with wood, asbestos board, metals, glass, and some plastic with strengths up to 1,200 psi in shear. They have good resistance to heat and cold and excellent resistance to water. Creep resistance is fairly good. Used to cement plastic laminates to walls or flat surfaces. Also used in cementing gypsum board to studs and sealing joints and laminating one layer of gypsum board to another. Urea formaldehyde resin glues, available in powder form to be mixed with water and in liquid form, which requires the addition of a hardener. They are thermosetting in nature, with excellent bond to wood, leather, or paper, having a shear strength of up to 2,800 psi. They have a good resistance to heat and cold and fair resistance to water. Creep resistance is good. Wood welding can be done by applying a higher frequency electric current directly to joint for rapid curing.
Phenolic resin glues. These are made in both dry and liquid form. They are thermosetting glues with excellent bond to wood and paper. Shear strengths up to 2,800 psi are developed. They have excellent resistance to heat, cold, creep, and water. Some set at room temperature while others require a hot press. These hot press glues are commonly used in the manufacture of plywoods. Melamine resins. Thermosetting glues manufactured as a powder with a separate catalyst. They have excellent bond with wood or paper resistance to heat, cold, creep, and water are all excellent, Melamine resins are cured under hot press at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Melamine formaldehyde resin glues are manufactured as a powder mixed with water and may be either hot setting or intermediate temperature setting types. Epoxy resins. These are thermosetting in nature. Manufactured in liquid form with a separate catalyst. The amount of catalyst added determines the type of curing required. They have excellent bond with wood, metal, glass, and masonry, and are widely used in the manufacture of laminated curtain wall panels of various kinds. They are also used in making repairs to broken concrete. They have excellent resistance to both heat and cold, while creep resistance and water resistance vary widely, depending upon how the glue is compounded. Adding a regular catalyst, curing is by hot press, up to 3,900 Fahrenheit, while adding a strong catalyst results in glue which will cure at room temperature. Polyvinyl resin, adhesives in the form of an emulsion. They have good bond with wood or paper or vinyl plastics and reasonably good bond with metal. Shear strengths up to 1000 psi are developed with wood. Resistance to cold is good, but heat, strip, and water resistance are only fair. These glues cure at room temperature. Sodium silicate adhesives. These are liquids which have excellent bond with paper or glass and reasonably good bond with wood or metal. Resistance to heat, cold, and creep is good, but water resistance is poor. Some cure at room temperature while others require moderate heat in the 200 degrees Fahrenheit range.
Sealers. Sealing compounds or products which are used to seal the surface of various materials against the penetration of water or other liquids, or in some cases, to prevent the escape of water through the surface. To do this, they must have some adhesive qualities and the ability to fix the surface pores and form a continuous skin on the surface to which they are applied. In many applications, the adhesion should be permanent, while in others, it need only to be temporary. Types of sealers. Liquid asphalt. Either in cut-back form or as an asphalt emulsion, uses are to coat the outer surface of concrete below ground level to prevent the penetration of water to the interior through pores in the concrete. Another similar use is to seal the inside surface of wooden or concrete water tanks. Another use is as a sealer or primer over a concrete slab before asphaltic tile adhesive is applied. Here, the sealer prevents liquids from being withdrawn from the flooring or adhesive, allowing it to become dry and hard. Polysulfide polymers. This has excellent adhesive qualities, are highly flexible, and may be applied either by hand or by spray. They are being used in exterior walls of foundations, being two coarse concrete slab floors, on roof decks, a swimming pool waterproofing, under roof flashing. These polysulfide polymer sealers are two-component, chemically curing materials which are produced for either hand or machine mixing. The hand mix sealer has a work life of approximately hours and curing time of 24 hours at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Solution of sodium silicate. Used to seal the inside surface of concrete liquid containers, the sodium silicate forms a gel-like film on the surface to prevent water penetration. Wax compounds. Made in the form of emulsions to be sprayed over the surface of newly placed concrete. The wax oxidizes to form a continuous film, prevents the evaporation of water from concrete. In this case, the adhesion is only temporary. As the wax coating to oxidize, it becomes hard and brittle and flakes or is worn off the concrete by traffic. Other waxes are used to make sealers for concrete or terrazzo floors, which prevent the penetration of oil and grease into the floor surface. Liquid silicones are used as sealers over concrete, brick and tile masonry to prevent the penetration of water into the surface. The absorption of water by masonry walls often leads to staining and efflorescency. The silicone sealers are particularly valuable for such application because they are colorless and do not affect the appearance of the wall.
Oils and turpentines. Sealers used to seal wood surfaces before the application of paint or varnish. They penetrate into and are absorbed by the wood fibers so that the vehicle and paints and varnish will not be similarly absorbed. Similar sealers are used to seal wood which will not be painted against moisture penetration. Thin solutions of animal and casing glue are used to coat the surface of plaster and gypsum board under paint. These products are commonly known as wall sizing. Epoxy resin formulation. Use a sealer over concrete, wood, or all terrazzo surface before epoxy resin terrazzo is applied. The thin liquid adheres to and seals the old surface and provides good bond for the new application. Similar sealers are used under concrete surface repairs. Glazing and caulking compounds. These are similar materials, but difference is that when used for sealing glass, they are known as glazing compounds. Properties of caulking materials. A. It must be able to adhere to the surfaces with which it comes in contact. Letter B. It must remain workable over a considerable range of temperature. Letter C. It must be able to form a tough, elastic skin over the surface, while the interior of the mass remains flexible. Letter D. It must be able to stretch or elongate with changes that may occur in the width of the joint. Letter E. It must have a good movement capability, that is, it must have movement in either extension or compression from that mean. Letter F. It must be able to recover well after having been expanded or compressed. Letter G. It must have very low sensitivity to water. Letter H. It must have low volatility. Letter I. It must be able to provide good service performance.
5 groups of caulking compounds. Mastics. Group of caulking compounds include linseed oil putty, linseed oil isobutylene caulks, mastic glazing, and caulking compounds. This has a recovery of 0 to 10%. Elastomastics includes butyl caulks having a solvent base, acrylic caulks with solvent or emulsion base, and acrylic caulks which are 100% solids and 1 part polymer captain. This has a recovery of 10 to 49%. Elastomers include 1 and 2 part polysulfides containing 100% solids, 1 part silicon with 100% solids, 1 and 2 part urethanes with 100% solids, vinyl chloride polymers, and butadiene styrene copolymers. Elastoplastics include neoprene and hypolon caulks with a solvent base. Plastics include high molecular weight caulking materials which are specially treated to be extruded as plastic or cellular sheets or strips.
Materials for caulking. Linseed oil putty. It is most common. Used almost exclusively for glazing wooden sash. It is made by mixing very finely ground calcium carbonate with raw linseed oil. Putty tends to become hard and brittle with age, but its life can be extended by priming the sash before glazing and by frequent painting. Mastic glazing and caulking compounds are composed of a number of materials blended to produce a substance which has a much longer life than putty and which may have an elongation rate of up to 10%. They are made of, first, drying oil. A vegetable oil such as soybean or linseed oil to produce decohesion and absorbs oxygen from air to produce a dry film. Second, drying oil. A hydrocarbon oil is included to plasticize and to help the material maintain its flexibility with age. Third, a dryer. Used to accelerate the formation of a surface skin and is usually a metallic salt. Fourth, solvents. Used to adjust workability. Fifth, mineral stabilizer. Often an asbestos fiber which helps the caulking to maintain its position or shape prior to set. Sixth, filler. Usually a very low finely powdered limestone which gives the caulking body and reduces shrinkage. Asphalt and polybutene caulking compounds are mastic materials. They are non-oxidizing and set through the evaporation of the solvent. Both may have timers and stabilizers combined with them and give good results where a skin is not required, like under flashings, between lap joints, and in hidden joints between wood and masonry. Polysulfide elastomers. Two types. One is a two-component type of caulking, consisting of a base compound and an accelerator. It cures by polymerization, the rate of curing being increased with increasing temperature and humidity. It is normally applied by a caulking gun. Silicone mastic caulking. One component product which cures on exposure to air. It has excellent adhesion and can be used where high elongation properties are required. This caulking is available in a number of colors. Butyl, neoprene, and hypalon mastic caulkings are solvent types made with fillers and pigments and are thus available in range of colors. Cellular sponge sheet and strips produced from high molecular weight materials with similar properties as mastic caulkings. The disadvantage of using this is that special adhesives are required to join strips and may not be available in the field. Backup materials are an important part of a good watertight joint. The purpose of such material is to control the depth of joint, to prevent moisture from attacking the band between caulking and the sides of the joint, and to serve as a band breaker, so that the material can elongate. Backup materials are sponge rubber, non-tarred oakum, fiberglass insulation, polyurethane foam, closed-cell polyethylene foam, neoprene or butyl tubes and cords, fiberboard, and corkboard strips. Do not use any oil or asphalt-impregnated materials, moisture-absorbing materials, and polystyrene foams.
Once again, this is Group 3 and thank you very much for listening.